This is bulk day 11. Today woke up at 188 pounds. Yesterday was my first day of eating 3,200 calories. So since I'm at 3,200 calories now, each meal I made them a little bit bigger because I'm the kind of guy that could eat a lot. So I can definitely eat way more than 3,200 calories, and eventually we'll get there, but this process is gonna be slow and steady. I'm looking at it like this: it's a marathon, not a race. Last bulk, I definitely treated it like a race instead of a marathon, and I got way too chubby. So I'm not going to let that happen again. Today, I got to wake up and do my cardio. Now, before I do my cardio, every single day when I wake up in the morning, I drink a liter of water, of course with electrolytes. Now, I'll get into the electrolyte talk a little bit this video. Electrolytes are made up of certain compounds. A lot of them are in foods, certain meats, certain vegetables, certain fruits. But I specifically look at the sodium, the magnesium, and the potassium in the electrolytes that I get. I base it off higher sodium. That's what I check first. I make sure that it's anywhere from 400 milligrams to, let's say, 750 milligrams of sodium. And for the magnesium, I make sure it's anywhere from 25 to 45 milligrams. And then for the potassium, I check if it's anywhere between 120 milligrams to, let's say, 250 milligrams of potassium. Now, every morning, what I do is I get a gallon of water and I put 2 or 2.5 scoops in the gallon of water, depending on how strong of a sodium content the electrolytes that I have are. People say that they drink a gallon of water a day, which is very good, but they almost got it. They're almost right. But you have to realize that if a person just consumed water and that's it without electrolytes, they would just pee it out, and it wouldn't really hydrate them. That's where the sodium comes into play, because what the sodium does is it helps to bring the water into your muscles. Now, I'm no doctor, I'm no scientist, but I learned from experience and from watching other bodybuilders, doctors, scientists. Most people, they get a lot of sodium intake already due to high processed foods and beverages. That has a high sodium count. But the other important parts are the other electrolytes. It's so important to stay hydrated because hydration, before I get into the benefits of working out, hydration is key to everyday life. You feel better, you have more energy in the days, you don't get tired. I haven't had a headache in I don't know how long because I'm constantly hydrated, and I'm sure it's due to my hydration. Now, for hydration and the benefits of working out, it's extraordinarily beneficial. Say if somebody works out without drinking any water, having no electrolytes, having no sodium in them, compared to someone that is hydrated with water and electrolytes, they will 100% be able to feel the difference during the workout, after, for recovery. So hydration is key, and I would highly recommend you make sure you're getting your electrolytes in with your water. If somebody has a high sodium diet, that's not really an issue. You know, sodium is our friend, especially if we work out and if we sweat a lot. If in a day I have an excessive amount of sodium, I just make sure that my liquid intake is high. I have a lot of water, or even, like a few more Diet Cokes, because Diet Coke is carbonated water with a bunch of other things in it, but the base is still water. Yeah, so don't be afraid of sodium if you work out, if you sweat a lot, if you run, all of that stuff. Sodium is our friend, and I would recommend getting your electrolytes in on a consistent and a daily basis. Yesterday was a full back day, lats, mid back, rear delts, traps, all the good stuff. I started with this nice lat pull down machine that I've never used it before, but I always walked by it. I was always curious about it, but I never used it. Normally, I always start with the normal lat pull down, but yesterday I went to this machine and I can't even explain how much I felt my lats being worked. This machine was amazing. If you guys have this machine in your gym, I would highly recommend to try it out. The reason why I loved it was because I was able to raise the handles higher up so I could get a long stretch, and then I could bring it down nice. But this was absolutely beautiful on my lats. I ended up staying here for 5 sets. I did my first 4 sets, normal neutral grip to failure, of course, and then I did a drop set on the 4th set to I switch angles, and I grabbed it like this. And for my 5th set, I did it with this angle. Now, ever since I started working out, I always like to switch the angles up of my hands because that hits different parts of your back, believe it or not. So if you've been doing neutral grip lat pull downs for a while, I recommend trying going a little bit wider for a back day. Or if not, you could grab one of those bars that have those handles on a lat pull down, side grip, and yeah, this machine was phenomenal. I will definitely be including it in my workouts. I really liked it. After that, I went on to cable rows, lat focus though. Now you will see as I'm pulling the bar, I pull it towards my belly button. Now if you want to work your lats in a row, you pull the bar towards your belly button, and if you want to work your mid back area, rear delts, traps, all that, you want to pull the bar towards your chest. When I do these, I like to have a long stretch going forward, pull it back fast. Long stretch going forward, pull it back fast. I was doing this on a relatively not too heavy of a weight. I was doing it at a weight where I could get 10 to 12 reps, but this was really, really nice in my lats. I ended up doing 3 sets with a drop set on the last one. So that concluded my lats. That was about 8 sets of lat work, and then after lats I went on to mid back focused. Now for mid back, I went on to this one row variation where I call this the Arnold row because he's the one that got me into it. I used to watch all videos of his workouts, and that's why I call it the Arnold row. With this, I bend all the way over, and then I also do a nice full stretch all the way down and pull it up towards my chest. I let the plate hit the top of my chest. I did these rows for 3 sets, but for the first set, I did a nice weight where I could get 12 reps, and then I would take off the 25, and then I would do 2 plates to failure. I did every single set like that. After these rows, I went on to chest supported rows. Now with these chest supported rows, I just stayed very light so I could get that nice squeeze and that burn. I stayed here for only 2 sets, and then after that, rope face pulls for the rear delts. Now, I don't know if you guys saw my last video, but I said how I like to do face pulls very light because that's how I feel it more in my rear delts. But yeah, I stayed at these rear delts for 4 sets. After I completed the rear delt workout, I went on to show you guys my pump. Now I got a tripod, so there will be no problem recording my pumps or certain workouts. I feel like my back was looking really good here. Once again, I keep saying it, the lighting isn't great. I'm gonna have to find a different room, but my back still looks pretty good here. My back has always been a pretty strong point. After I pump, I went on to finish off abs. Now, same thing that I always do. I do the crunches with the ropes, and I did those for five sets to failure. I do everything to failure. You guys will see as you get to know me. I don't show these ab workouts anymore, but I will include them once in a while. You guys have already seen my form on how to do them. Yeah, the really successful back day, and after that, I went into the sauna for 15 minutes. That's what I do after every workout. Reason being because heat exposure directly after a workout is very beneficial for hypertrophy. I can get into that in a whole nother video. Yeah, that completed this back day, and it was a great one. Now, I just want to get into a little bit of calorie tracking because I know a lot of people have trouble losing weight or gaining weight. I'm telling you right now, if you track your calories, you will lose weight if that's your goal, and you can gain weight if that's your goal. First, what you have to do is find out what your maintenance calories are. You can go on Google, type in how to find out what my maintenance calories are, and they will give you some kind of calculator where you fill things in, and then you can know basically what a baseline is. I wouldn't say that's 100% right, but that will give you a baseline, and then you can test it. You can start weighing your food and start logging it into there's a bunch of different apps online. But yes, I said weighing your food. That will require getting a digital scale and actually weighing your food. For example, say if you get ground beef and it says 4 ounces, 170 calories, you have to get your scale out, weigh the 4 ounces, and then you just log it. You know, it seems like a chore, but eventually you get used to it, and it will also help you get a general idea on portion control, on what you're eating at that moment if you don't have your scale on you. So I truly do recommend tracking your calories. There's only beneficial outcomes in tracking your calories. The only negative I would say is that you have to do it. That's the only negative, but eventually you will get used to it, and it might seem complicated right now just hearing it, but I'm telling you, it's well worth it. Now the bulk continues, 3,200 calories. I plan on staying here, like I said, for about 2 weeks. Now, you have to keep in mind, my weight will fluctuate day to day depending on how many carbs I ate the day before, especially the night before. And really, what I'm looking for is the end of the week. So in 6 days from yesterday, and then in 1 week from those 6 days. I hope to be at least 191, 192 in 2 weeks. If I'm not, that means I just have to raise my calories a little bit more, because that would mean that this could be my maintenance calories with a slight surplus maybe, but that will all tell by time, by constantly tracking, and yeah, that's exactly what I'll be doing. Next workout will be full arm day, biceps, triceps, forearms, and this time I will throw in forearms. They feel completely recovered now. I will show you what workouts I do for forearms. I work out the top and the bottom of the forearm, and yeah, so excited for this bulk to continue, excited for my future lifts. I'm loving the journey, and I will see you guys in the next one, baby.